Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to more example related to vectors application. So here we have two forces, F1 and F2, with magnitudes 20 Newton and 30 Newtons respectively. So this is F1 with magnitudes 20 Newton and F2 here with magnitudes 30 Newton respectively, and they both act on a point P. So this is the point P as shown, and find the resultant forces acting at P. So this is the resultant forces. So that is the combination of vector F1 and vector F2. Okay, so in order to find what is the resultant forces, we can call this as vector F. So this is vector F. So in order to find that, we need to first consider the component of F1 and F2. We need to find the components of F1 and F2, okay? So let's start off with finding the components for F1 here. So according to this diagram, F1 is in this direction. So this is F1, vector F1. So the component, the X component is in this direction, and the Y component is going in this direction. So this is X for F1, and this is Y for F2, and the degree is 45 degrees. According to this, this is 45 degrees. Okay, 45 degrees. So we can see that this is the right angle triangle, and therefore you can continue finding what is x1 or what is y1. Sorry, this is y1, by applying the Pythagoras theorem. Now the magnitude of this vector is 20 Newton. So based on that, we can say that x1 over 20 is equal to cos 45 degrees, and x1 is equal to 20 times with cos of 45 degrees. And if you punch in the calculator, you will get that the answer is about 14.142. Next, y1 over 20 is equal to sine 45 degrees. Therefore y1 is equal to 20 times sine 45 degrees, and this is equal to the same result here, which is also 14.142. And based on this, I can say that vector F1 can be written as equal to, the X component is positive, it's going in this direction, which is 14.142, and the Y component is also positive because it is going upwards, and that is 14.142. So that is the first vector for force 1. Okay, next we're going to look at the second vector, which is this one, F2. So this one is going in this direction. So this is vector F2. The magnitude here is 30 Newton, and the component of X is going in this direction. The component of Y is going in this direction. So this is for X2 and Y2. The angle it makes here, so based on this, we know that from here to here is 150 degrees. Therefore the angle here is 30 degrees. So this is the angle of 30 degrees. So using the Pythagoras theorem, we can say that x2 over 30 is equal to cosine of 30 degrees. Therefore x2 is 30 times cosine of 30 degrees. And when you punch in the values into your calculator, you will get that the answer is 25.981. It's about that value. Next, for the Y component, y2 over 30 is equal to sine 30 degrees. So y2 is equal to 30 times sine 30 degrees, and this is equal to 15. Okay, so this is equal to 15. Therefore we can write down this vector as vector F2 is equal to we're going to apply the sign now. So now you know that it is moving in this direction, so it is negative, so negative 25.981, and y2 is moving upwards, so it is positive, so this is equal to 15. Okay, so based on that, we can find what is the resultant vector. So the resultant vector is vector f, and that can be found by adding vector f1 with vector f2. So we can find that by adding the component accordingly. So this is the first component, component x, 14.142 plus negative 25.981. You will get that the answer is about negative 11.839. Okay, this is about the answer that you get is about that, negative 11.839. Next, you can find the y component by adding up this value, 14.142 plus 15, and so the answer that you will get is about 29.142. so that is the resultant force, which is this force here. Okay, so that's the answer to this question. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.